Welcome to Crypto Live. So in this video, let's find out what attorney Hogan responds to Bitboy Crypto saying that it will all end. Also, do you think XRP has what it takes to reach $1,000? Thus, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel to stay updated on our upcoming videos about cryptocurrencies. Here we have the battle of the brains with these popular analysts in the crypto world regarding XRP. First off, a cryptocurrency YouTuber named Bitboy Crypto, who has around 1.2 million subscribers on his channel, believes that Ripple will likely settle with the SEC sooner rather than later, based on the recent legal developments. As shared by DAI on Twitter, Bitboy Crypto in reference to the Slack information for the time being, so we have just to assume that we're on top of the recent legal filings. You know, the back and forth between the SEC and the Ripple Lab? Bitboy Crypto said at this point that the key to this case is the Slack information he's being told. Moreover, he wants to know you heard this and mark it down. And the real truth is that no one else is telling us that what is going on right now is a ruse. Moreover, Ripple is asking for the right to withhold specific communications, and maybe as part of an elaborate cover-up. So what is going on then? And according to Bitboy, they're working behind closed doors on a settlement. Basically, what the SEC will do is contract Ripple marketing personnel through Slack, and there will be a simple explanation for this, saying that the marketing people of Ripple thought they could market a security, so undoubtedly there was negligence on the Ripple part. So as you can see, it is clear that this idea is challenging. To be clear, since people sometimes assume that when an idea is being challenged, they are being attacked personally. And that is not the case here. I just want to share this idea, but I do not want anyone mistaking this for an attack on Bitboy Crypto. It is not an attack, and we appreciate his support for XRP, because the way he sees things, and where we see things from a different perspective, are two different points of view. And now, as far as anyone on the Ripple marketing team expresses any concern about a security issue goes, it's a different story. We all know, and it is known, that the highest Ripple executives sought legal counsel in the early days on whether XRP should be considered a security. It answered that the SEC could come and claim whatever they wanted to claim, but that didn't mean they would be right. Also, it doesn't imply that SEC will do that. Plus, XRP does not pass the 4 prongs of the Howey test, so it doesn't qualify as a security. So having legal counsel and moving forward has always been Ripple's position, and in an ideal world, they would have done that. But the fact that Ripple employees might express concerns does not imply that Ripple is guilty of wrongdoing, and the way this works is definitely not like that. So in the negotiations behind closed doors, what exactly is going on? According to Bitboy, what they're going to do is that the SEC will point to marketing people within Ripple through Slack and say, see, these people thought about marketing a security. Certainly, it's negligence on their part, and it's like a slap on the wrist for Ripple, telling them, here's what they did wrong. It's pretty obvious their company believed on some level this was a security feature. And then there will be a few $1 million fine, maybe $100 million fine. And this will be the key to the case. This is a ruse. This is data from Slack. In light of this information, it appears that Bitboy Crypto believes that Ripple and the SEC are performing a delicate dance that appears very different from the real communication that is occurring behind closed doors. Are you of the opinion that this is the case? Are you of the same opinion as Bitboy about this lawsuit? Please let us know your thoughts on this by leaving a comment below. In my opinion, Ripple's attorneys are unlikely to cede ground without some sense of finality on the settlement process. Unless it's already an actual done deal, I do not think you will get any sort of acquiescence from Ripple on any sort of legal front. This is the idea that Ripple gives up to some degree, to hope to receive something, and you've already danced in a well-elaborated manner. However, there is no real evidence for that much. He is simply speculating, which is fine. Although I'm not worried about him speculating, I think it would be detrimental for Ripple to behave in this manner based on the evidence at hand. Especially now that the evidence is not definitive. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Consequently, he says Ripple agrees to this, since they know they will be punished for their actions. Thus, to expedite matters, they're telling them what the SEC wants. It's like saying you want us to put forward the idea that we do not want to provide you with the information, and then the judge would agree and say, well, give them the information. So whatever it takes to play ball once again, that's how these things work. I think this is going to become the deciding factor and part of the reason why we are likely to see this resolved, or at least resolve it much more quickly, is because it has been gaining steam very quickly. It's just difficult for me to imagine Ripple ceding ground without admitting any fault or acknowledging any form of liability, even in a settlement, and SEC would claim victory. There may be some admittance of fault by Ripple. Again, maybe. But given how a lot of these settlements were handled, it doesn't sound like the company was guilty. And the settlement talks are supposed to occur, so I don't know if Ripple necessarily has to admit anything wrong with it. Thus, it would appear to be a serious legal misstep for them to cede ground at any point without some kind of finality. But based on what has transpired so far, it does not seem to be the case. Although there is certainly the possibility of a settlement, I don't believe there is any behind-the-scenes discussion going on. The clip was seen by Jeremy Hogan, who didn't say whether he agreed or disagreed with it. So for sure, many want to hear his opinion on this specifically, if he can. In general, it is difficult to believe that Ripple is giving up ground to do some sort of elegant dance if Bitboy's assertion is true as everything is a ruse and everything is a conspiracy. So the following is paraphrased from the tweet of Jeremy Hogan. He added that this will be a very complicated and lengthy settlement, and that it's hard to say that Ripple will just pay a certain amount of money considering Ripple's business model requires liquid markets for it to function. And third-party business partners and exchanges may have to contribute to the settlement. The final thing from the last bit of that piece is obviously to respond to the fact that Bitboy Crypto suggests that things are picking up steam quickly, and that things are probably going to be resolved much faster. He's just kind of adding something to the point that it is probably not going to happen anytime soon. Then an XRP community member named Stefan saw that tweet and retweeted it, telling Hogan that he is confused since he thought a settlement was likely a few weeks ago, and this work was obviously done behind closed doors. Then, after he saw that he had indeed responded, he wrote that he was a bit loopy last night and thinks that months might have been overstated. The point he is making is that it is not easy to resolve this case. He said talks may have begun a few weeks ago and failed, or they may still be going on, but no one knows for sure except Bitboy. Basically, what Jeffrey Hogan is saying is that he said it could take months, and he didn't mean literally it would take months, but he's clarifying now to say that he means it might take longer than what Bitboy Crypto is expecting. Then another Twitter user asked whether Jeffrey Hogan's original timeline of the tail end of the year and start of 2022 is realistic. Then Jeremy simply answered in regards to this end of this year, yes. And that's where we are right now. So there is probably no chance of this happening any sooner as far as the reason for the little bit of dents in one direction and back in the other. The statement might not mean conspiracy. It might mean we were just unaware that we weren't privy to the information, but thinking we were fooled. I can't imagine that it is possible, but I am saying I am skeptical unless you give me some sort of proof. Furthermore, I would not even count on there being something from an optics perspective that makes it logical to conclude that maybe there is something behind closed doors, even if it's just a possibility. Therefore, let's watch the progress of this lawsuit for a little while longer. But I remain confident that XRP's price will reach $1,000. That's all for this video about crypto, and thank you for watching. If you would like to receive updates on the crypto market, make sure you click the subscribe and bell button.